Hello, hello, and welcome back to Griftlands. Last time, we reconciled with Mullafi, and also murdered a Hessian cardinal, I think. Or, no, a bishop. Big difference. This time, we're gonna go to bed and start day 4, the final day of, Smith's campaign. Do I want this? No. Like, I do want it, but it's like, do I need it? No, not really. Not especially. Well, it'll help us play Masochist. I'll buy it. We got the money. I'll buy it. We got it. Let's go to our room. Back at the hideaway, you and Marif catch up. Sweet Marif opens the door behind the bar for you. See you around. Andrews leaves. Your bed calls to you. The bed feels more welcoming than ever, but you spend a few minutes checking it for creepy crawlies like Mullafi used to leave behind on a lark. That's sad. But also, it's Marif's bed. Not your bed. Sleeping in your friend's bed. Smith. Okay. You wake to air thicker than normal. A shape congeals out of the shadows into something you might recognize as your brother Vixmali, if there wasn't something off. Well, look what the tide brought in. Have to admit, I didn't expect you to come find me, but then I guess I have given you a lot of things to regret these past couple of days, huh? You're running out of time. What? To do what? Beat your head in before it vanishes up your fucking ass? To realize whatever potential you've been trying to unfurl all these years. Soon the behemoth will unfurl, and then it will be out of your hands. The world will be remade in the new god's image, and the tides of Hesh will dry into the cracked earth. I may be a godless rube, but that sounded an awful lot like heresy. You doing all right, Vix? Did I rattle you so bad you've lost touch with reality? Ah, yes, that old life rat. I thought you always knew that. Living moment to moment, enjoying only what was manifest before you. No, brother. I'm as well as I will ever be again. Once I'm remade, once the new god curls around me, there's no telling what my lot will be. What the hesh are you talking about? You're a damn priest! We're all damned, Smith. My priesthood has nothing to do with it. What's this remade talk, huh? What's that supposed to mean? You'll see. Or perhaps you won't. Our cells regenerate faster than most, but even then we don't notice the turnover. And you've been battered and bruised enough to become a new Smith 20 times over. Have you felt it? The slow becoming of someone new. I mean, I guess I'm feeling that now. 30 seconds ago, I was the guy waking up all refreshed. Now I'm a guy who just wants to go back to bed. What are you doing here, Vix? You have to know I was gunning for you. You gonna let me go back? You gonna let me back into the family, or just spit nonsense and hope I'll forget what you did? You wish for a seat at the table? Perhaps even to helm the Banquod name? Fine. As you please. I no longer care. Stay away from the beach, and you may even last long enough to enjoy whatever solace that brings you. Last long enough? Hey, are you being serious? Vixmali stares into the middle distance as if listening to a song only he can hear. Suffice it to say, it's creepy. Look, if you're just gonna be a creepy weirdo, you can leave. Without a word, Vixmali slips out the door. Hey, wait! I still gotta... You make to pursue him, but you're still tangled in the bed sheets and you lose your footing. By the time you exit your room, he's gone. All right, Smith. You look a little shaken. Did you just leave Vix go by? Your brother was here? Sheesh. Least he could have done was take the front entrance and do the business good if folks thought Vixmali Banquod himself drank here. Not so sure about that, bud. He looked a little under the weather. Well, speaking of, there was a bile broker looking for you earlier. I know you have big plans today, but it sounded like maybe something you'd at least want to take a look at. Here's the meetup. Might want to mosey. Not sure how long they'll wait for you. So Vix just let himself in? Must have done. I wouldn't have let him in without at least giving you a warning. What'd you do, huh? Did you guys fight? No. So you made up? No, we didn't do that either. He was acting funny, saying some weird sludge too. And you're sure he was actually here? Maybe it was like some kind of dream. You've been pretty fixated the past few days. Nightmare more like, but yeah, maybe so. What the Bile Broker want with me? Who knows? Word's got out you do good work, and anyone who can navigate the foam these days is probably someone worth knowing. Assuming you still need to confront Vix like you planned, you've got some time until the beaching event. Bile Brokers squick me out, to be honest. I don't blame you. But if you ask me, it's better to count one as a friend than not. Right, well, guess if this day is going to be weird as hell, I should just go for it. I'll go talk to that broker. Meet back here later. You got it, and good luck. Damn. If he had a tincture, I would have bought it instantly. That would have probably been all I needed to actually win. Let's check the party store. It's dangerous out on the roads, but not every encounter is an ambush. Tlok approaches you with empty hands and an honest eye. Hi there, Hunter. You looking for reinforcement? I may not be licensed, but I've got a strong arm and steady aim, and I prefer jobs on the level where I can get them. You want me at your flank? I can be there for 95 shills. Negotiate the price. Well, it's free negotiation XP. That's a bit more of my take than I'd like to give. God damn. Pale Powder Keg, I think, is a good start. Let's do that. Get some renown and draw a card. Oh, good God. Okay. Draw another card? Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll play a Crass. And we'll move on. Now, if I had destroyed that in the first turn, I would have gotten 16 metal, but I didn't. So, indecision. Exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, enduring hot air. Let's do this for defense. Then we'll do this to empower our hot airs. Then we'll double duplicate it. And finally, I will destroy this ploy. Uh-oh. That's bad. Okay. Actually, what I might want to do here is flatten. Because all those ploys... Oh, no, they only do 1 damage. Okay, I should be okay. And every time he fails to actually do damage to me, he just hurts himself. I'm pretty sure we've won. I'm pretty sure we beat them. Yeah. We took a little more resolve damage than I expected, but nothing. Center of attention, add 2 resolve to all friendly arguments. It's not a bad card, it's just that I don't feel like I need it. Double down. Choose a card in your hand, play it twice with a random target, and then expend it. No.
You tell Susia?
Be reasonable. I gotta keep some money for myself, don't I? Yeah, I guess we all gotta make a living. I'll call it 65 shills, but only because you're a hunter. I expect you to have my back as much as I have yours. Fine. Yeah, sure. No sense breaking the sweat when I can employ the locals, right? Got it, boss. Glad we could do business. Just lead the way. All right. Anyway, to the party store. Logo, what do you got? Speed shot again. Fleximator still. Oh, it's all. Is it all the same stuff as before? Mylon buffer. This is different. Resolute signet. Whenever you deal damage to your own arguments, apply 2 composure to your core. Unfortunately, I just destroy my own arguments. I don't think I actually... Clan chain, keep your renown. Basically, is what that says. I don't think I need any of those things. Speed shot is nice, but unfortunately with this Bane, it's not very good. Plus, we also overdraw a lot with Visionary Muscle Bank, so I think it's just not worth it. Are you ready for more of the partying? I certainly am. Convert up to 2 adrenaline into power is actually a card that could help us. I think this is it. Now that we have Masochist, I think if we take Fortitude, we can we can do it. We can finally start powering up. Buying that instantly. The rest of these cards, Ditch is good, but not something I actually need. I think we are done. So let's head to the Bile Broker. You were looking for me? I gotta say, not sure what you'd want with a guy like me. I am. I hear you've been close to the Great Beaching, not once, but many times. Is that true? Close might be a little strong. I've been within whiffing distance, but I wouldn't say we're on a first-name basis. I have a client who wishes to procure a genetic sample. It's dangerous work, and the Hessians would find it heretical. I require the assistance of someone who doesn't fear the cult. Well, hey, then maybe I can help you after all. I'm feeling a little iffy on the beaching right now, though. What's your client want with the sample anyway? A great and terrible truth. Their words. My payment in exchange for this service is information. They've promised to share what they know about this behemoth. You may receive shills, however. Shills are always good, but you know I wouldn't hate learning a little bit more about the beacon too. Information is addictive. Here, take this vial. I need you to fill it with as uncontaminated a sample as you can manage, for fuck's sake. Once you do so, head to the rendezvous point to meet with the buyer. Is that clear? How do I get the goods anyway? Just scoop up some snot? It's not complicated, but you do wish to get as natural a source as you can. Make a small incision to siphon off some of the more malodorous fluid. Somehow that's even grosser than snot. So I guess you're telling me the beaching ain't just some bloated puffer eel, huh? At that size? That would be marvelous in itself, wouldn't it? Sure. The behemoth is a creature unknown. If it's truly ascending from Hesh, then its biology must contain a great many secrets. Perhaps the buyer knows. That's certainly what I'm depending on. Hey, you gonna come with me, ain't ya? I can watch your back and get you clothes, but you're the real expert when it comes to this science stuff. So she's flustered. So she'll be doing less damage. Now she has that annoying ass argument that basically makes her drop shit, like discard shit from our hand when we play cards. So we have to be mindful of that. Okay. Damn. Play the powder cake before I end up losing it. Let's go for the powder keg to defend. And at this point, I guess we just start doing bullies. I guess I could go for more passive damage on my renown. Trina clearly wants this conversation to end. I'm getting rid of this. That causes me a lot of grief, and I don't want any of it. Boosted indecision. Please let me keep circle back. Yes. There we go. Oop, can't do anything. Okay, we're gonna lose 2 resolve, but that's okay. We've won. None of these. Another crass would be funny, but we don't need any of them. Most folks agree. I'm an idiot. If I screw with it, oh, for fuck's sake. Why can't I read? Most folks agree. I'm an idiot. And if I screw it up, then neither of us get any answers, huh? I suppose so, if you are as idiotic as you claim. Though at least knowing your weaknesses speaks to your wisdom, if not your cunning. Oh yeah, I'm hella wise, and my wisdom suggests we work together on this. Very well, lead on then, and please be sure to keep me safe as you promised. Biobrokers aren't welcome on the beach. Alright, bud, you ready to mosey? Yes, I believe so. This is exciting. I love the sea when the Hessians tolerate me to be near it. It's early in the day, but Admiralty and laborers are busy preparing the beach for the Deltrian visitors. Fortunately, you're good at pretending you belong. You puff out your chest and walk around to the back of the behemoth, looking down your nose at any laborers who glance your way. Ahem, hem, hem. What? I'm a very pompous, pearly what? Unsurprisingly, your suit approached. One too many watts, perhaps. Someone's coming. Excuse you, sir, but the biobrokers have been prohibited from accessing this site. Just get rid of her. Or convince Lullably you're here on official business. So we could negotiate. I want my chafe to level up, and the only way that that's going to maybe happen is if we take fights. I am worried about accidentally killing her, but I don't care if she'll dislike me. Okay, yeah, okay. You see, the thing is... Ooh, I also want to play this. I guess we'll start with applying trauma. As much as I'd love to play the flask. And then we'll go for the Moxie. More Moxie is better. Now, she's hit us with Annihilation, so the first 2 cards we play will expend. But that's okay. We can just do this. Now we gained a bunch of Adrenaline. Unfortunately, we didn't draw Fortitude, which is what I was really hoping for, but that's okay. This. And then... I mean, she's already done for if I do that. And if I want to get EXP off of this... Alright. I think I just need to hit her basically one good time and she's kind of done. I can at least play Fortitude here to gain power. And if I do this, I think that immediately will let her make her panic. Well, let's play the Flask first. Oh, what about Ruthless? Yeah, that'll make her immediately panic. Never done. Except her surrender. And the idea behind that was literally just to take a fight so that my chafe levels up. Another protective procedure. Smash hits all enemies, takes 4 damage, and Biostrike. Increase your Moxie by the amount of damage dealt by this card. Biostrike is crazy good, but it is with a heavy heart that I say we don't really need it. We have 2 enhanced hold'ems in the deck, and I feel like it'll start gumming it up if I add it. Plus, it'll compete with Masochist, and I do actually want to play Masochist as much as possible. Even though it's really good, guys. It's really good. It's such a good card, dude. It's so good. It's a crazy good card. Would have taken it in a heartbeat earlier in the game if I didn't already have a second enhanced hold'em. But at this point, I kind of feel like I've got enough Moxie. And if I die because I thought that, well, fuck-a-me. But I think we're good. God, it just feels so bad to turn it down. It feels so bad to turn it down, dude. But I don't need it. I don't need it. I must be strong. You see, I told you bringing me along would only lead to trouble. Yeah, the coast is clear, ain't it? For now. We shouldn't loiter, however. Well, if I had known you've made it so easy, I would have brought more vials. Yeah, well, no time for regrets. Looks like you got about 3 minutes to do the thing. On it. The biobroker moves quickly, unwrapping some tools from a wax-treated envelope and digging deep into the behemoth's blubber. I have it. Now to see about getting some answers. Great. I was thinking that there was something I needed to do before we, like, zipped off. And I can't quite remember what it was. Oh, yes. I wanted to change Smith back into his normal clothes. Because we're wearing the Hessian disguise. But I think Smith should be in his normal outfit for the remainder. Although maybe you guys like looking at Smith's ripped abs. I think I like his normal outfit better. Anyway. To the rendezvous point. The rendezvous isn't anywhere remarkable, but you smell something like overturned earth, deep and musky. Hail, Spirin. We brought the sample as requested. Now you'll tell me of the Roalak, yes? Show me the sample first, then I'll answer your questions. The vial... Maybe I should make her southern because I was doing the southern accent for the boggers in Rook's thing. The vial is sealed, but Spirin takes the sample with long, leaden tongs. What's the deal here, buddy? That behemoth has been on the beach for days. Plenty of time to work its mischief indeed. The beaching was merely the beginning. Whatever parasite created the behemoth, it has moved on to a new host. One Vix Molly Banquod, if I'm not mistaken. Now that is a sample I'd love to collect. What the? Vix? What do you mean Vix has got a parasite? Ah, a friend of yours, this Banquod? I'm afraid you'll have to kill him. That is assuming you want to save the world. What? I spoke plainly. Process this information as you will, but do not plague me with your rhetorical questions. Ha! Plague. That's a little joke, you see. Look, I'm just trying to wrap my head around what does my brother have to do with the end of the world? He's a jackass, but not a maniacal one. He can't destroy a whole planet. Destroy? Certainly not. But remake, yes. Vixmali, your brother, I see, is host to a force as old as the Vagrants, even older perhaps. You're familiar with the Roalak? Sure, yeah. Gross goop that mutates anything it touches. The bile brokers manage its tides, but once every 1,000 years or so, the neap tide drowns even the most adaptable swimmers. With your brother acting as its champion, the Roalak will consume everything on this planet and remake it as it sees fit. Coyote will fly. Kradeshi will drown. Or perhaps the other way around. It's unlikely our consciousness will survive the transformation to even remember a time when things were different. Well, let me be sure I got this. The Roalak, the floating turd mass that biobrokers mine for medicine and stuff, it's aware? Evil? Don't be foolish. It's no more evil than the wind or the sea. It is a natural part of this planet. It comes, it remakes, then it rests. The Vagrants didn't know about that middle part, of course, which is why none of them are here to tell us their stories. No way! Kradeshi are as old as the stars. We got vagrant ships with our faces on them. Yes, and perhaps those are your ancestors, or perhaps it's just a passing resemblance. Would you like to test your luck and see what the Roalak makes of you now? This is remarkable. We've never underestimated the danger of the Roalak, of course, and my brother and I have often discussed the possibility of, well, of what could go wrong. A worst-case scenario. I need to sit down. Well, what about Hash? Ain't they got anything to say about this? Hash, your god from beneath the sea? If it does exist, then it's as much a creation of the Roalak as you are, and it stands to lose just as much. Where I come from, Hash is a name spoken only by outsiders, and soon it won't be a name spoken at all. And what about you? How do you know all this, huh? Deep in the bog, there's an old memory, a consciousness as ancient as the squelching mud beneath our feet. It is often confused, and its grasp on the present is brittle, but it burbles in our ears as we sleep, and my brethren and I have been able to glean certain truths from its ramblings. Many of us worship that consciousness, until recently. Perhaps I'm just in the mood to test boundaries, but if you can stop your brother, I'd love to see you succeed. Look, I'm not going to pretend to have any clue what you're talking about, but if this is a problem that can be solved with fists, I'm pretty sure I can fix it. An ancient problem warrants an ancient solution. Your fists should do just fine. I'm gonna need backup for this. I need to go have a drink. I mean, I think. Actually, probably both. Bye. Well, I didn't get any money, but that's okay. There's another beach party. Or we can get a spark grenade. Let's go to the beach. You find a small group of disheveled people sitting around some rocks. This looks like a fun party. Hey, man. You here to leg the goo? Excuse me? The goo! Ever since the beaching, it's been washing up on those rocks. And you lick it? We did this before. Let's lick mauve. Make mine mauve. No, that's the most dangerous color. You really shouldn't insist. I have a hankering for mauve, Hesh, damn it. Don't say I didn't warn you. You find an undisturbed patch of mauve ichor and have a taste. Oh no! Goo monsters! This is actually a pretty nasty fight. But we'll be okay, I think. Probably. I think. Yeah, no. No. You just don't. You just don't do that. And we'll play Masochist too, to start leveling it up. Luckily we have our friend Tlok here. Holy shit ass. Let's play the Flask, Boosted Chug. If I impair the Lumicite, that should keep Tlok from taking too much damage. Let's Slam so we can Fortitude it into power. And then... Oh, if I Overdrive her, it's very likely that I will just knock out the Lumicite. Okay, cool. That works for me. Okay. Enhanced Hold'em. That finishes off the Auto Dog because of Tlok, which is great. Let's Slam. I think this thing is attacking me. The issue with this thing is that it gains power when you hit it. So we do have to be mindful of that. Oh, it healed itself. Okay, good. Let's play some empty bottles. The Flask. Hair the Rock is as good as a Murder Blade Blaster nowadays. Okay. I wish I had a trauma application card. I can clean house to get one, I guess. Or not. Moxie? The thing is, this is going to make him do a ton of damage if I play this. Even if it does a shitload of damage to him back. I'll do a Flying Dropkick. That'll at least prevent him from damaging me. Although poor Tlok is going to get a face full of it. Oh, he also had evade. Great. Play these empty bottles. Slam. Fortitude. That'll let us upgrade it. Very nice. Heavy drop kick. That'll move this to 33 damage. Which means that Tlok will take care of it. I'm pretty sure. Yep. We didn't kill any of them, but we got a good attack. Oh, I guess we killed the Cobble Dog, but eh. Okay. Boosted Fortitude can convert up to 3 adrenaline into power, or... No, why would I want the defense? No. Give me more power. Pick 1 of 3 battle cards. Whenever you gain defense, it gain 2 adrenaline. Wouldn't be terrible, but we don't really gain defense. Is the thing. Like, I don't usually play my defensive cards. I think we just decline this. We leave that. You catch your breath as reality returns. You okay? Actually, yeah. I feel stronger than ever. The goo is good. Now we're at 70 max HP. Hella sustain. Let's go grab another Luminitiate. I didn't realize that we could get another one for a whole day. Hey, Henders, you want to come back? Oh, replace Tlok with Henders. Okay, no. I think Tlok is pretty good. I don't want to get rid of him. It is nighttime. We can check the party store for anything new. But I don't think we have the money to do it, so... Floka, you got anything interesting? Robustify, Collateralator. Empty bottle cards deal 1 damage to a random enemy target when played, but also gain Restrained. Auto Sorter, at the start of your turn, automatically discard up to 3 empty bottles cards and draw that many cards. Interesting. So you don't even have to play them, basically.
Seshopa.
Clan Ring, Scimitar, Coactive Orb Slug.
Tashanta.
No. Oh, wait, Steven.
Tasitosa.
No.
Tona.
Steven. Let's see what you have for sale. Soothing Concoctions. Whenever you drink, heal 1. Callous, for the rest of your turn, gains stored defense equal to the damage dealt to yourself. Conqueror, or Conquer, hits all enemies. This card deals bonus damage equal to half your defense. Amnesty, shield all friendly arguments into the starting next turn. Barrage, Blind, attack of this card twice. And Ad Hominem. At the end of your turn, spend 1 renown and apply 2 composure to all of your arguments. This is actually also a really good defensive card. I don't need it, but it's a good one. I'm going to stop partying. I think I'm good. I don't think I need any of this stuff. Let's go to the bar. Wait. No, yeah, we need to go to the bar. That's where we need to go. It's just not saying that we have to. Weird. Smith? You look rough. Did that Bile Broker do something to you? So we can tell Sweet Mareve about the upcoming apocalypse, or we can look at his wares. You tell Sweet Mareve what you just learned, and he takes it about as well as you did. So, Vix is gonna destroy the world? That's what that Bogger made it sound like, only it's not him, is it? It's the parasite or whatever. Thought Kradeshi were good about getting dewormed. I think this one might be a little tougher than that. Let me get this straight. If you go ahead and beat up your brother, which you were planning to do anyway, then that'll make me some kind of hero, huh? Guess I always knew I was destined for greatness. Or destined to be the first one to the slaughter, maybe. It's gotta be at that assembly tonight, yeah? You're gonna need help. I'll put the word out. Let your allies know they should gather. Take care of some stuff first, or wait for the Deltrian assembly to start. Yeah, right. Good idea. I got some stuff I want to see to. I'll be back in a bit. Hold down the fort. You got it. Okay. Yeah, we don't have anything else to do though, so let's just get it. Oh god, we have to go through the whole dialogue again. All right. Oh, I hate waiting. It gives me an empty stomach. Well, you're at a bar, and it wouldn't be like you to go into a fight responsibly. What do you say? One last open tab. Aw, sweets, You're a good friend. If we both get mutated into some new kind of slime mold or something, I hope we're still pals. Yeah, I think so. You tend to grow on people. You pass the hours fortifying yourself for the night ahead. Night falls and the bar clears out. Seems Olive Pearl on the foam is planning to be at the beach, if not taking advantage of the empty streets. Right, last one for the road. Can't put it off any longer. Well, the reinforcements are here. Can't say it stands up to your schoolyard entourage, but it's better than nothing? What, this is everyone? Everyone who came when called, anyway. Maybe there's a few people in the grave who might have had your back, but you can't ask them. So what you thinking? You got a plan for getting close to Vix? Gonna crash the party, ain't I? Everyone in Pearl is gonna be there, which means everyone who hates you will have the perfect chance to show it. These friends you got here all have better ends than you do. Use them. Guess I could send someone to waylay some other handsome Kradeshi and steal his invite. Could do. Or maybe one of them can work with the caterers. Get everyone a little too tipsy. Hard to see if they've clouded their vision with drink. Ah, you know, that's the exact kind of wishful thinking and foolish optimism that usually gets me where I'm going. I know. I'm learning. You look at the assembled crowd before you and consider your options. Brood is still here for some reason. Can't be serious. Taking on Vix directly? In front of Deltrians, no less? Even if you survive, the family name certainly won't. Rue, you realize that if we do this, there won't be no there won't be no family. Or there will be, but it'll just be a big pile of mutants. I'm not actually sure how this works. And yet, I'm supposed to follow you into a confrontation against Vix Molly, no less? Hey, if you don't want to, don't let me stop you. I'm the last of us who should talk to you about doing duty or whatever. What exactly is your plan? Recruit Thoreau to compromise the catering. I want to sneak in without roughing up too many Deltrians. Even I know that's not good for the family line. You think you can talk to the domestics, get them to go heavy on the booze? Well, certainly. I can even provide the booze if that's all you need. I appreciate that you're thinking ahead. It's not true, is it? What Sweet said about Vix? He's sick? Yeah, Vix is sick, and he's ground zero for something. Still not quite sure what I get what. What do you plan to do? Kill him? I guess I gotta, unless you have any ideas. Vix was as stubborn as a barnacle even before this. I suppose this explains his recent behavior. When he wanted to expel you from the family. That was extreme. even for him.
Kokoshe?
What, so the parasite made him do it? No, but maybe a part of him wanted to be sure there'd be someone to put him down. Recruit Mullafi to steal the ID for you. I need an invite, and an upstanding citizen to pretend to be. Say no more. I happen to know an officer who is your spitting image. I've been keeping tabs on him, of course, just in case we ever needed to fake your death. Aw, Fee, you did that for me? I always like to have a plan B, and a plan C through F for that matter. Did you know about this thing? Did I know that your brother is infested with an ancient parasite that will alter the DNA of every creature on the planet? I'm honored you think so much of my prescience. That was a lot of big words when a no would have done just fine. What we knew was that Vixmali was behaving strangely, and that the beaching was likely dangerous. The two in combination warranted investigation. And sure enough, you've uncovered a threat to all Heshtum. You should be proud. So what next? If Vixmali is going to unleash a mutagenic wave upon Haveria, tonight certainly seems like the night to do it. What with the Deltrian inventory and emissaries gathered, that's a good start. Whatever you do, you should keep him away from anyone he could infect. You know, the bogger I talked to seemed to think maybe Hesh was just a leftover from the last time this happened. Is that right? You don't seem all that fussed. The Roalak and Hesh are both bigger things than I could ever claim to know. But I've studied long and trained hard to be a servant of the Abyss. The meditations of some feral philosopher aren't exactly the stuff revelations are made of. We could also give Brute money to get his boon, I guess. It's not a bad boon. It's just not a great one either. I guess we could do it. I don't know what we would need money for after this. Marif, do you have anything that's good? No. Oh, he has a vial story, actually. I'll buy that instantly. Okay. And we can still afford Brute. Why not? Let's do it. Accept the token of my friendship. Your generosity is appreciated. So we get Hard Knocks. That's not a bad boon. All right, let's give a rousing speech. Mullafi is going ahead to obtain some party credentials for you. Thoreau will blend into the party and be able to provide backup. Taiotaro is going to travel with you. Oh, I guess only one of them can do... I guess only one of them can do... Yeah, I guess only one of them can do a thing. So we'll have Thoreau spike the catering, I guess, instead of going for Mullafi's ID. Just because Mullafi will be more useful in combat, I think. Give a rousing speech. All eyes are on you. People are scared and looking for leadership. Well, let's do this thing, I guess. Are you ready, Thoreau? Ready as I'm ever gonna be. See you on the other side, Grifter. The room empties. Be careful, Smith. It's been nice having you back in town. I've been in tougher scraps before. You don't need to worry about me. Sweet Marif returns to the bar and starts chopping onions for the night stew. Let's go. Why is everyone being so serious? Not like we got the fate of the world to deal with, huh? Go save the Hesh-besotted world. Sudden random escalation for this one. You approach the party and are stopped by face control. Stop right there, Grifter. This event is invite only. Convince Schlock that you just lost your invite, buy an invitation, or force your way in. I feel like forcing my way in is a good way to get killed. Let's use our negotiation skills. I had an invite, but my Vrock ate it. Hash will support the rightful endeavor. Stand down and empty your pockets. At the end of Schlock's turn, accept planted evidence arguments until Smith has 2. Okay. Certainly an interesting development. He's not doing a lot of damage, which is, I suppose, nice. Boosted indecision. Goodness. All of that draw, and none of it giving me anything that I need. Okay, let's play another name drop. Okay, well, we got a Crass, I guess. That's not nothing. Yeah, let's just go for the Mirror Degrade.
This is full.
Now he's going to put planted evidences in our thing. And these will do a shitload of damage if they actually go off. So we need to be very mindful of that. But I think we got that unlocked with this turnabout. So I think we're all set. Yeah, we're fully defended. Even if he does 4 damage instead of only 2, it still doesn't matter. And you know what? We'll play standing. We don't need to, but we'll do it. And that's another 14 damage. Now what is this? Targets all opponent arguments each turn for 2 out of 2 damage. Interesting. However, we've already got this in the bag. None of these. They are unnecessary. It's a designer rock. It's a designer rock, see? One of the miniature teacup rocks. Bought it for a fashion show, and the damn thing was out of style a week later. All it did was poop in my shoes and chew up my very important invitation. What? I hit right-click on accident, and I think it skipped the cutscene. That sucks. I don't like that. Well, you're in the party. The hoi polloi of the pearl are milling about, making shady deals and generally having a good time. And wait, what's this? Is that free booze? Oh dear, it is. Partake of the offered libations. Skip this round. Uncharacteristically, you abstain. Are you growing as a person? Lost in thought, you bump into someone's arm, causing them to spill their drink all over their fancy clothing. Sir! I demand satisfaction. You see through the haze of anger, it's some high muckety-muck straight from Deltry. Of all the barms to bump, you had to choose the one that's an international incident. Accept the offer to duel. Alright, let's do this! Incredible. I can stun him. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Get stunned, bitch. Protective procedure. But what if I draw a card I want to play, like Masochist? Okay, nice. We got heavy dropkick. That's actually something I really did want to play. Okay, he's doing 14 to tie, which is not what I want, but I can't do anything about it. It's piercing. So I guess I just stack a bunch of trauma on him and then hit him with an enhanced hold'em. And he'll be traumatized for next turn. And that's all she wrote. We're playing this. Although he's gonna friggin' die. I'm just realizing. Unless I do a shitload of damage to him, he's just straight up gonna die. Can I do... I don't know. Wasting a flourish here is so bad and stupid. No, I'm not gonna do that. He's got 3 wounds. If I do that... Oh my goodness. Okay. He won't die if I do that. Let's accept his surrender. This does upgrade our graphs, though, just before the final boss, which is awesome. Fire breather, drinking gain 2 adrenaline. Not terrible. But too late, honestly, for it at this point. Recycle and ruthless. None of these. You are very as tough as you are rude. Yeah, well, you too, buddy. Nailed the comeback as usual. You blend back into the crowd. Eventually, the house music swells and the crowd turns to face the beaching. Big Smalley himself saunters out onto a platform on top of the great beast. Vixmali steps up to the mic, and if you train your eye real close, you can almost see the way his skin shimmers. Hesh was a gift, and we have spent 1,000 years squandering it. Perhaps the next time around, we will all learn to be just a bit more grateful. Wait a minute! Hesh's stingers, that was a slippery climb. Whose bright idea was to do this on top of the behemoth anyway? Yours or your hitchhiker's? I see you saved up your irreverence for this occasion. Hey, you're not the only one who can drop by unannounced with a mouthful of marbles. You're sick, Vix. That's why you kicked me out of the family, right? I'm not mad anymore. I get it. I kicked you out of the family because you're a waste of sea salt. You're a parasite, sucking on resources and feeding your waste to whatever hangers-on you've attracted. Mother always said you were good at making friends, that once you'd sown your oats, you would benefit the family. But that's never been it. You just gather flies, eager to feast on whatever fester you've created. Oh! Okay. You know what? I am still mad. Attempt to reconcile. Guess what, Vix? You've always been a jerk. And blaming it on some ancient Roalock brainsucker isn't gonna change anything. Self-reinforcing grievance. Shielded by Vix's core argument this turn. Bottled Rage. Targets opponent argument for each turn for 1/1 damage. Vixmali's Bag of Resentments. At the beginning of every turn, Vix pulls out another old axe to grind. One resentment gains shielded at the start of each turn. If below 33% resolve, gains impatient at the start of each turn. Self-reinforcing grievance. Gains 1 stack whenever Smith's core argument takes damage. If this argument reaches 3 stacks, double all of Vixmali's other resentments and then destroy this argument. Okay, so that's pretty spicy. We Powder Keg. Enduring Hot Air. I'll play the Prestigious Name Drop because it's free. We'll upgrade our Hot Air with a Pale Turnabout, and then we'll defend ourselves with another Turnabout, destroying the Powder Keg. And then I guess we go after the Bottled Rage. We definitely play the Boosted Crass. And I guess I play a Stone Standing. Can we call it there? Alright, what do we got? Prickly. Gains 1 stacks whenever one of Vixmali's arguments is destroyed. Gives a random friendly argument 6 composure at the start of every turn, and it's shielded. Okay. Let's start with Boosted Indecision. Excellent. Actually, I don't have any defense this turn, which is kind of scary. Oh well. Let's duplicate our Hot Air and then upgrade. Boosted Crass. I don't care if I take a little bit more damage to my Powder Keg, it makes no difference. And Mirrored Degrade for a hot 18 resolve damage sounds pretty good to me. And him targeting my Powder Keg is totally fine. Mullify's smarter than you. Gain 1 stack whenever you play a Manipulate card. If this argument reaches 3 stacks, inflict 3 Self-Doubt and destroy this argument. Apply 8 core damage to the core argument when destroyed. Must be targeted before anything else. Okay, so basically Manipulate cards are really dangerous while this thing is up. I guess that's fine. Do a Prestigious Name Drop. We'll still protect ourselves by playing at least 1 Manipulate card. Play another Name Drop. Boosted Crass. And then probably Overturn for another 18 damage. In the interest of not letting this pop off, I'm going to play a Boosted Crass again. We're going to play the Lucid Bully to destroy it. Now I'm going to play the boosted indecision. Well, I don't need another hot air at this point. We'll play Pale Turnabout for the defense. And the damage. And do I want to get rid of this? Sure, why not? Visionary Bully, just in case there's something better than Degrade. There is obviously not. Let's do 30 damage. This is getting stronger. But I think we've beat him. We're doing 25 passive damage here, so I think we did it. Yeah, we're really strong. We're really, really strong, man. It's crazy. You store health. Me, Thee, Thoreau, we all acted some way you hated, and you took it personally, like some chump who doesn't know the difference between spilt beer and a mug to the face. But look where it got you, huh? Now you're under something else's thumb for the first time. Don't feel so good, does it? It feels alien. That demands a pithy response, but before you can conjure one up, Vixmully staggers as if struck by an invisible blow. The blubber of the behemoth's back seems to liquefy, swallowing Vixmully in an instant. All that's left is a putrid smell and the faintest indentation of where he sunk through. Aw, no. No, come on. I really don't want to go in there. Damn it, Vix. I'm gonna regret this, I'm sure. You dive into the blubber. You fall for what feels like too long and land with a squishy thud. Just when you think you'll never breathe again, you land ankle-deep in sickening bile. The belly of the beast lays open before you, and it is truly disgusting. Oh, gosh. If I get out of this, I swear I'll stop making sweets, do all the cleaning. I'll do my fair share. I'll even, clear out the shower drain. Vix? Vix, where are you? Suckers of the abyss, what the hesh? We, can probably fix this. This is probably fine, right? You just gotta, throw it all up. I will consume me, and the memory of me, and the memory of the memory. Okay, I see we're gonna have to do this the other way. Defeat Mutant Vix. There is no backup. You are isolated, and there is no escape. My voice will be one with the stars. And your head will be one with your ass if you don't shut up. Let's do it. Masochist. Smith's boosted flask. I don't want Hair of the Rock, baby. I want that Murder Bay blaster. Thank God. Okay, we got it. As much as I want the trauma, or the Moxie, I need the trauma to be started to stack on him so that I don't have, because Vix has an ability that I don't like, which basically prevents your power from mattering for a certain number of turns, which is really fucking annoying. I want to stop that. All right, he's got his ads, 2 mutated Lumicites. We got to figure out how to get rid of them. I'll Pale Clean House. I probably don't need Overdriver this turn. I want to save that for later. What is he doing? Oh, he's attacking me for 10. And he's applying his status effects. We'll play our Tincture. Get that out of the deck. Empty Bottle. We'll play the Obliterate to stun him. I'm still going to play a Vial of Slurry. Wait, what? What? Oh, for fuck's sake. He can't be stunned. I just wasted that like an idiot. Okay, that's fine. We'll still play the Protective Procedure. This'll kill one of the Lumicites, so let's just take care of it. And... oh, right, that was Hard Knocks that was doing that. Pretty good, honestly. And... do I play it? Yeah, you know what? There won't be a better time to start playing those, because this is the final boss. So we'll add a Slam to the deck, but we just won't use it. Yeah, so this is the bullshit. Corrosive Bile. Your Moxie no longer heals, but it still have at the end of your turn. Move 1 Corrosive Bile at the end of your turn. Okay, he's not taking away my power, but this is arguably much worse. Because now we need to actually think about defending ourselves. which sucks. Let's get rid of the Lumicite so we can at least reduce some damage. We'll still take 3 damage, but that's still less than 10. So I'll take it. I have to play this, and I'm going to convert 2 of our adrenaline to power. Are any of these stuns? No. Okay. That corrosive bile is real nasty and bad for our build in particular. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Definitely playing Smith's Bottle, so we can slam. I'm gonna play both of these vials, so I can play as many cards as I want. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Trauma. Trauma. This'll traumatize him. And add more trauma. And then we overdrive her for 74. That's a huge chunk of damage. Now, none of these flourishes can save us from 12 damage. Luckily, we have Protective Procedure to at least give us some minor amount of defense, but we're in trouble. That's much just for sure. I'm actually going to play the nap for once. Kind of funny. Let's go all in on that. We don't want to take any more self-damage. Even if we don't get to keep the Moxie, it'll keep it high for when this shit wears off. Which it'll wear off eventually. Slam. Give me more of that power. If I play the heavy... No, I can't. We'll play this. That'll traumatize him. Rooted Ruthless will do 34. We'll play our Vials of Slur. I'll play a Vial of Slurry. I'll keep 1 in reserve, just in case. Next turn, I should be able to Bio Boost. To heal. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Play the Vial of Slurry to give us the extra action. Play these cards. Slam. Boosted Fortitude. Honestly, I think we just go straight for Vix this turn, actually. Because I think if I hit him... Yeah. We take him down. Alright. Hell yeah. We ended with 37 Moxie that we didn't get to use. But we actually took care of him. That Fortitude, man, that was exactly what this deck needed. That was exactly what we needed. And we end the game at full health. Hang on. You're gonna be okay. Vix Molly begins to deflate. The untransformation is not complete, but you sense the sense of reason returning. What? I'm ruining it. But you see the sense of reason returning to his eyes. You emerge from the behemoth's carcass to find yourself the center of attention, which makes sense, considering you're covered in rotting blubber. You're soon overshadowed, though, a sensation you're familiar with growing up with the siblings you had, but this time the shadow is literal. You follow the gaze of the crowd up, as a giant tentacle erupts from the sea, and, with puckers as red as the tide, latches on to the bloated carcass of the behemoth. It drags the creature below the waves, leaving only an outline of rot where it lay. And you leave the beach.
To say things were different after that would be an understatement. The Banquod name was protected by the cult. You were Hesh's chosen, after all. Defenders of the sea against an ancient threat. Vixmali retired to focus on his health. He never quite recovered from whatever it was that happened to him, and he avoided the scrutiny of public life.
Some days are better than others, but being back in Pearl on the Foam has been easier than you'd have hoped. The Rue's first marriage didn't last, but the family approved him for a second. And when that one fizzled out too, he didn't even need to ask permission for a third. The third one stuck, fortunately.
Mullife's
It didn't
eye
work
to the
out?
big
No way.
picture paid off. She climbed the ranks of the military, not with family influence, but with precision and planning. Strangely, when she was offered a promotion in Supplicant City, she passed. Vix's health never really recovered, but his spirits did. You don't know what to make of it, but you surprised yourself one day when you actually stopped Mullafi from applying itchwort to his glove drawer. It took a while for the pilgrims to clear out, but they soon learned there wasn't anything especially divine about Pearl on the Foam. Maybe they chased their faith elsewhere, or found they'd lost it somewhere in the chaos. There hasn't been any sign of the Rolock again, though every now and then a rumor bubbles up and lingers like sea foam. You never saw Ty again, at least not face to face. But every now and then, a shadow catches the edge of your eye, and you know you're being watched. And when you weren't minding the family's affairs, you found other reasons to stick around. Even with the rumors knocking at your ears and the unrest rumbling beneath your feet, you kept your footing. After all, if there was one thing you know best, it's how to live in the moment.
Yay! We did it! It took 6 hours. It's really long. It's really, really long, Smith's campaign. But one of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites of the three. I mean, I love this game. I love all three of them. But, like, Smith's campaign is just... it's the funniest. Smith is one of the most fun characters with one of the most fun mechanics. And such a heartwarming little story of reconciliation. Assuming that you choose to do that, because you can just wholesale murder all of your siblings and, stand on a pile of their corpses. But I didn't want to do that. So, there we go. That is it for Smith's story. And that is it for all of Griftlands. We've completed every single campaign except for Sal's. But I did do that chaser, so you did get to see the ending of Sal's campaign. So, or at least one ending of Sal's campaign, perhaps. But yeah. So, I don't know. I have some final words that I'd like to say. I also feel bad that there isn't really a good way to look at the credits. I can roll credits to see who made the game in the options, so I will. So I'm going to roll the credits here while I do a little chat, because we've finished the game. We're done, guys. This is it. And yeah, I'm going to do my... this is different because this is not a blind playthrough, but I'm still going to do my little, like, chaser of, like, gameplay, story, graphics, sound thing. And yeah, so I guess I should just start with, like, the easiest stuff, which is the graphics and the sound. The soundtrack of this game is really good. I wouldn't say that I'm, like, in love with it or that the tunes are insanely catchy. I love the title screen music. Like, that's really catchy. I really like that. And I also love the way that the battle theme sort of crescendos as you move towards victory. I think that that's, like, really great sound design. And I think all of the sound effects in the game are extremely meaty and fantastic. Like, there has never been a point when I've been playing this game that I have been unhappy with the sound effects, period. Just, haven't really pulled out the soundtrack to add it to my playlists. But honestly, this theme is really good, and the battle theme is really good. I highly recommend at least listening to those in your own time. Graphics, this game is incredible graphically. And I know that that's like kind of weird to be talking about with a 2D sort of animation game, but when you consider just the sheer amount of animations and art in the game, I think that it's really incredible. The fact that they had all of these aliens in addition to humans, and the fact that they were able to make every single character look distinct and unique, barring like a few that look exactly like Gura, and a few, a few characters that share the same model and maybe are a palette swap. The vast majority of almost every character in the game is a different design, even though you have aliens. And I just like compares this to something like Mass Effect, which they didn't even have female Turians until Mass Effect 3. They hadn't even cracked the idea of like different genders of Turian in Mass Effect until the third game. So just think about that. Think about the attention of detail it requires in Griftlands to have not only made every single individual, barring a few exceptions, look unique and have a unique look, but also have them not be all the same within species. Incredible work. Truly inspired work, honestly. I'm always in awe of it all. And then the fact that there are unique animations for basically almost every battle card action in the game is crazy. And the enemies have them too. It's mind-blowing. It's phenomenal. It's incredible. I love it. It's perfect. The card designs are also great. They're all cute. I love them. And, just what a visually stunning game. Great backgrounds, great character art, great everything. No fucking notes. Perfect goddamn game visually, let me tell you. Okay? Gameplay. It's a roguelike deck builder, guys. I fucking love roguelike deck builders. They're so good. I love them. It's like crack for my brain. So I can't be objective about it, but it's very roguelike deck builder. You know how it do. There are some issues with some of the cards in this game, I feel. I feel like some of the cards in this game are very situational and not very good. And I feel like some of the cards in this game are just bad. And that's fine. It's okay for there to be cards that are just bad, but I just feel like there are a lot of cards that are just bad. And, that creates some issues. I also think that the game is a little underbalanced in the sense of, like, I just think Sal is really weak compared to Rook and Smith. Both Rook and Smith have a lot of inbuilt ways to really juice their damage. Rook has Overcharge that lets him get really high damage numbers, even if you're not necessarily playing an Overcharge build. And Smith has Moxie to help keep him in the fight, and Adrenaline, and a lot of easy access to power. Whereas Sal just doesn't really have that. She has Bleed stacking and she has Combo, but that's it. That's really all she's got. So it's kind of rough. It's kind of a rough game for Sal, I would say. The gameplay of, like, making choices, like, I love the divergent narrative, and because this game is a roguelike, I think having the choices be divergent and having your choices, like, because the story is so short, your choices can actually really matter in Griftlands, because at the end of the game, it all wraps up anyway, so they don't have to, like, hold space for certain characters to always be present in the story all the time. Which I think is really wonderful. And, like, the endings of the game are really robust. They change depending on, like, who you kill, who you don't kill, who you side with, who you don't side with. If Tai doesn't survive that boss fight on day 3, she is gone and doesn't show up in the final fight, or in the final area, or doesn't show up in... What the hell am I thinking? Doesn't show up to help you at the bar. she's gone. She's not in the ending either. It's all over. So that matters. If she dies in a fight, that matters. That's big. And similarly, like, whether you piss somebody off or don't piss somebody off, that matters hugely too. Like, because of the boons and banes. Like, choosing to cheat the Rise and not kill Ebe really fucked over a big part of what I was doing with the muscle bank. And that can make a huge difference. And generally, I think like the Banes really make you hate the person and want to kill them, because they're just so bad. But it's really incredible how well the game is designed and balanced for the narrative aspects to matter just as much as the normal gameplay relic bullshit, which I think is fantastic. I feel like Griftlands is just so great for that. And I guess the final thing I have to say about the gameplay is that I really just like the negotiation battle dichotomy, and I like that you have to sort of choose and pick your battles, and it really makes it feel like a very tactical, precise game, but also those tactical, precise decisions that you make can have a lot of unintended consequences, because obviously beating the shit out of people makes them hate you, and that can lead to worse stuff later on. So I just feel like this game is just such a panoply of great ideas that are really well meshed together. The only major complaint that I have against Griftlands, there are two. One is that there are just some cards that are worse than others, and two is that Sal is kind of weak. And I guess I have a third complaint, which is immediately slipped my mind because ADHD, Lamau. But there was one third complaint that I had, but I'll circle back to it if I remember what it is. Anyway, so that's the gameplay, barring that one thing that I can't remember. Let's talk about the story. I fucking love the story of Griftlands. It is so fucking insanely good. The fact that the choices that you make in the game actually do matter for real, 100%. The fact that they make real impact on what's going on in the narrative is absolutely fantastic. What I also love is the emergent storytelling of just like the characters that you like and the characters that you hate coming back later in the game and like causing you more trouble. I love that. I think that that's so clever and fun. And I went off on how much I love the character designs in this game, but again, just like the whole Mass Effect-y vibe of like we have this whole society of like different aliens sort of living and working together is just such a cool sci-fi fantasy concept. I love it to death. It's really fantastic. The humor of the game is so good. So many times in this game where like the resolution of like a quest or a negotiation is just so goddamn funny. And like the voices of all of the characters are so strong. Sal is like so headstrong but snarky. Rook is so like refined and direct, and Smith is just such a lovable idiot. I fucking love all of it, man. It's so good. The writing is fantastic. I'm glazing the shit out of this game because I fucking love it. It's so good. It's such a perfect game. I'm really just enthralled by it. So yeah, and I really feel like there are a lot of good emotional moments in all three campaigns, you know, where you get to choose between revenge or reconciliation with Smith. With Rook, you get to choose between old friends or doing what's right. You know, in Sal's campaign, you get to choose between getting again it's kind of another vengeance story, but instead of it being reconciliation, it's like the difference between getting even and going too far. Like, I think they all really work together very, very well, and I love it. I think my only major criticism of the story maybe with Smith's is just that, like, I feel like with Smith's narrative there is a hard right turn towards suddenly the stakes are massive for beating the shit out of Vix, which is very weird. It's funny. It's very bizarre and funny, but it's really good. But it is a little bit abrupt, I would say. The beaching obviously is kind of looming in the background of the whole thing, but because the tone of the game has really been more personal, I feel like, you know, I feel like it was just a hard pivot for the end of Smith's campaign. But you know what? I still fucking loved it, so it's fine. But yeah, I would say that's my big rant. Can't remember the thing that I was gonna bitch about with the gameplay. Totally slipped my mind. 100% completely. Oh, here it comes. It's back. The other thing I don't like about this game is that Prestige 7 takes away all of your meta progression rather than just being another layer of difficulty. The reason why I just don't like that is because, like, you still earn meta progression when you play Prestige 7. And kind of the big point of, like, playing at higher prestige is to earn more stacking amounts of meta progression. And I understand that the game it's just to give you, like, one final surmounting challenge. But I really feel like that losing all of your meta progression for Prestige 7 is just really brutal and kind of goes against basically what the game has been building toward up to Prestige 7 up to that point. So I just don't really love it. That's not to say that Prestige 7 is still is bad. I just wish, I don't know. I just wish that you maybe got to keep some small amount of your meta progression outside of perks and flourishes. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. And ultimately, maybe I'm just whining about it because I'm a baby and I don't want to lose the game on Prestige 7. I feel like I'm good at the game on Prestige 6, but on Prestige 7, I'm so trash. I'm so garbage. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for the discussion of Griftlands. I hope you guys really enjoyed this as much as I did. I know that the game has not been doing exceedingly well on the channel compared to, well, look outside, basically. But you know what? I love this game and I don't give a shit. And I want to thank the people who watched this because you got to experience one of my favorite games ever along with me. So thank you so much, truly, for watching. And I'll see you guys next time in the next game, whatever that might be. Bye-bye.